Beyond Black and White, a detailed exploration of racism in America. Welcome to English with Billy, the podcast where we dive deep into pressing global issues. I'm your host, Billy. Today's episode is dedicated to a topic that is often as complex as it is contentious: racism in America. We'll dissect its various forms, compare it with other countries, and delve into its historical roots, and examine how it's viewed both domestically and internationally. This episode is crafted to offer a nuanced perspective for English learners. Let's embark on this crucial exploration. Part 1. Racism in America, a multi-dimensional issue. In America, racism isn't just a matter of personal prejudice. It's woven into the fabric of society, affecting people's lives in multiple ways, through individual actions, institutional policies, and societal attitudes. While it's impossible to label an entire nation as racist, it's clear that racial issues are a persistent challenge in the USA. Part 2. A global comparison. When comparing racism in the U.S. to other countries, we find a broad spectrum. While some nations grapple with ethnic or religious discrimination, the U.S. is unique in its historical context of slavery and ongoing racial diversity. This diversity creates a different set of challenges and conversations around race in the United States. Part 3. Regional variations in the United States. The USA is vast, and racial dynamics vary significantly across regions. Southern states, with their history of slavery and segregation, often contend with the legacy of those injustices. In contrast, some northern and western states, while more racially diverse, still face issues of systemic racism in different forms. Part 4. The historical shadow of racism. The history of racism in America is long and painful. From the enslavement of Africans to the segregation laws of the Jim Crow era and the ongoing struggles for civil rights, these historical elements have left indelible marks on American society, contributing to the current racial disparities. Part 5. Economic disparities and social implications. Economically, racial inequality is evident. African Americans, Hispanics, and other minority groups often face higher poverty rates, lower average incomes, and limited access to quality education compared to their white counterparts. Socially, racism manifests in various ways, including disparities in healthcare, housing, and employment. Part 6. The role of government and policy. U.S. government policies have been both a curse and a cure when it comes to racism. While laws like the Civil Rights Act have sought to combat racial discrimination, other policies, such as those related to criminal justice and immigration, have often disproportionately impacted minority communities. Part 7. The media's role in shaping perceptions. Media and social media play a pivotal role in shaping perceptions of racism. They can highlight racial injustices, but they can also oversimplify or amplify issues without providing context. This portrayal affects both domestic understanding and international perceptions of American racism. Part 8. International Views on American Racism. Globally, America's racial issues are often in the spotlight, shaping how the country is perceived. These international views are influenced by high-profile incidents of racial injustice and the global reach of American culture. However, they might not always capture the full complexity or the efforts being made to address and fix racial issues in the United States. Today, we've journeyed through the intricate landscape of racism in America. It's a topic with many layers, deeply embedded in the nation's history and present. Thank you for joining me on English with Billy. Discussing and understanding these issues is crucial for our global community. Stay informed, empathetic, and engaged. Until next time, keep exploring and expanding your perspectives. Remember, engaging with challenging topics like racism not only enriches your understanding of societal dynamics, but also enhances your language skills. Keep learning and contributing to these important conversations.